Alright everybody, welcome to another video with Ghostcoded. Today I'm going to be showing you how to update your n8n from a previous version. If you were following along with my last version, I had you update to what was available for version 2, but today I'm going to get you back on track where you'll be always getting the latest and greatest of n8n, and it'll also show you when you have an update and when it's time to actually update. Let's jump right in. Okay, so first thing you do is go down here to this little cog, settings cog, come on in, and you'll be able to actually see what version you're running. So right now I'm running this release candidate. So this was just one of their release candidates that they had. And so I didn't at the time I was waiting to see what they had. I guess I did it so early that they had actually released their beta version. What I'm going to show you today is how to get the beta version so you're always on the cutting edge of n8n. I can also show you how to just get the most stable so that you feel the most comfortable understanding that there are less bugs or potential bugs. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come on over here to this Docker. So you can just search Docker n8n and it'll take you to this Docker hub. And you'll be able to see a handful of tags. So notice how here we have, it'll show you what you're able to call for these tags. What we're going to go down to is, so notice there's latest, then there's stable, and there's next, and there's beta. So you can look at these digests. These are actually hashes. So if you click on these, it'll kind of show you, this is their SHA-256. And then what we can do is we can look at these, and if you keep going this way, you can actually match those numbers with which version is actually there. So that 3763 is version 2.02. So if we go back to 2.02, we can look at that. 2.02 is, or sorry, 3763 is actually this latest and stable. So if you want the one that is the most stable or the latest, you can pick one of these tags. If you want beta, which is actually 2.1, let's see, that's what that one is. If you look at 2.1, that's a C58. Come back over here. C58 is next and beta. So I'm going to use beta. I always use beta until we went for the version 2 update just because beta didn't have that, and I had actually specified a version 2. So I'm going to show you right now how to actually get on the beta so that you can always have the best of n8n. Okay, so come on over your DigitalOcean. So I'm going to show you again how to access it through a console. My next video, I'm going to show you how to access it via your terminal through SSH so that you can start automating the process of updating and backing up your server. So first thing before we're going to jump in, I guess we'll jump in real quick right now. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is once we're in this folder, we're going to do vim docker compose, hit enter. I've already changed mine to be beta. But that way, I always had it changed. But right here on this beta, that is where you're gonna be able to select which one you want to use, which Docker image you want to actually pull for n8n. Because if you look over here, next, it just has that next to it. Beta is a beta, stable, and so on. So depending on what you would like to do, depending on which version of n8n you actually want to have, that will change this last little suffix right here. Okay, so beta, have the beta on there, and then if you want the stable, you can have the stable. If you want latest, you can have the latest, right? So that's basically the general rule of thumb. But this is how you get the most cutting edge pieces of n8n, because whenever there's a release, it will actually update you over here in this version. It'll actually show you right here in this little question mark, it'll show you which ones you're on. I need to update I have it changed. I haven't actually ran the update because I need to back it up first. Okay, you should have a workflow similar to this. If you don't already, you can click the link below and it'll take you to my community where you can download this along with the backup restoration workflow that will help you be able to back up all of your, not only backup, but will be able to restore your workflows if you happen to lose any. So we're just going to go ahead and run this. We're going to watch that run. Love that new animation for version 2. Looks so clean. Right now, it's actually grabbing all my workflows. See, we got 161 of them, and it's going to email me right now. Remember, you can have this be however you want it to be. I just have it where it's emailing me the CSV. You can have it upload to a Google Drive, a OneDrive, whatever you want it to be. the bottom line is that we just need this data backed up, and we'll automate it here in a little bit. But for now, just get it to where you have it and that you know for sure that you have it backed up. Okay, now that we have it backed up, let's go over to DigitalOcean, go back into our console. I think we already have it open. And once you've changed this to how you want it to be, we are going to get out of this file, and then we're going to go Docker compose colon Docker compose, sorry, semicolon, um, down Docker compose up dash D. Okay, remember, so this is pulling in that newest image. This one is shutting everything down. This one's restarting everything. So we're gonna hit enter. All right, now that is completed, we're gonna come on over here to our workflow. Should cancel out. So that's okay if you see that. No worries, we're gonna hit enter. We're gonna wait for this to load. It should take just a second. All right, sweet, that's a new error. I mean, you can't get it quite yet, and we should be back live right now. Perfect. Okay, so then we come on down here. We're gonna click on this little cog again. Sorry, click on here. Yeah, so reserve updates behind. Come on over here to the cog. We are now on version 2.1.0, meaning we are on the cutting edge of n8n, and now you have everything up to date, ready to rock and roll with your new version 2.1.0. Catch you in the next video.